Tell me about a moment you almost quit.
Anytime a new vice president would come in, I was the number one guy in the company. I was breaking freaking records, and I just wanted people to let me freaking make them money. I made a lot of people a lot of fucking money along the way. But this dude, every time anybody came in, they had to feel like, I gotta put my own stamp on things, right? I gotta do this. Well, I've got tattoos, and it's Maui, and our sales center was oceanfront, so there was no AC. It was an open air sales center, so it was hot. And this dude is like, so you know what I'm gonna talk to you about, right? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, you're a representation of me, and I think that you would agree that having those tattoos exposed doesn't represent us well. Ha. In my mind, I'm like, okay, so do I have a choice in the matter here? And he's like, well, yes, I'd like you to choose to wear a long sleeve shirt. And I'm like, again, do I actually have a choice here or not? And bottom line was, the answer was no. I had to wear a fucking buttoned up shirt to cover my tattoos. I looked like an idiot. Everybody else had aloha wear on, and here I am. The guests would comment on it all the time. And if he would have just asked me this question, what does your tattoo represent? He would have found out that my tattoo represents, I've got family lineage. So I have different areas that represent my mom, my sisters, my faith, like the most meaningful things to me that exist. The bird represents my Aumakua here in Hawaii, which is the pueo, the Hawaiian owl. That my grandfather is represented to me as a cardinal. My mom is a bluebird. My lake home growing up as a bald eagle. Like, all of these representations of birds have this deep meaning, and this is a tribal representation of a Hawaiian bird. This tattoo that he said didn't represent him or me well was one of the most meaningful pieces of my individuality. And him squeezing that from me almost made me quit.